All right. I will.
Yep, we are live. I'm out here checking the
Yeah.
stream, all that good
Yep.
stuff.
Yep. I could hear myself for a bit.
Okay.
Cool. Good morning. Uh, my name is Judd. He, him. You are watching a show that is being recorded and will be sent to YouTube from the actual Play Twitch stream. All money from subscriptions and ways to monetize recordings like this will go to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. Every year or so, we have an email thread. Where we're like, where's the money going to go? And that was our choice this year. Trying to make the world a little bit better through geekery if we can, when we can. I am here with my friends, Thomas and Jay. Uh, Good morning, folks. Jay, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. I am good.
Good.
I've got coffee in me. I am ready to put on this new night.
Sounds good. Uh, we will do a little bit of. I want to talk about last game for just a minute or
Mm-hmm.
two, but if folks want to track you down, what search terms should they put in DuckDuckGo? Because of course they're not using Google anymore because Google has a bunch of AI nonsense. They're using DuckDuckGo. We have savvy viewers who are like, I know
Yes.
what's up, and they what search terms they put like Mad J, comma play fearless. Is that where that how they should rock out?
Yeah. So I'm on Blue Sky as Mad J,
Yeah,
MADJY.
yeah,
I also write Play Fearless, which is on Substack.
sounds good.
If I'm winning, all you have to do is type in Play Fearless as one word, and it'll pop up.
Oh,
If
okay,
I'm winning. But
all right,
Google and its AI, it might be trying to stick it to me. So,
yeah. So I
um,
tried to do a search. Don't let it finish. Play fearlessly. That's something totally different. Don't let it do that. It's gonna try to finish it on you. Don't let it finish. So, cool. I just want people to know how to find you. Good morning, Thomas. The indie RPG newsletter went out this morning. I saw. I
Yeah, yeah,
I gave it a read. I haven't got to click on any links yet.
yeah. People
Uh,
can find that at ttrpg.in. And I'm on Blue Sky at New Madras, NEWMADRAS.
nice. And I will also say that Thomas does a bunch of awesome writing on Rascal, and if you haven't subscribed to that yet, you absolutely should. And yeah, let's talk about last game. So I don't always rewatch the games before the next session, but this one I did, and it was a lot of fun. Um, Two moments that absolutely stand out uh, were talking to this undead knight who refused to let go of life, and Thomas said, "You've you say you have Delmon's memories, but do you have his honor?" And I was like, "Oh, so good, so good." And then
Thank
the
you.
next cool moment, there are a couple. Then like we go into a long drawn out combat that didn't feel like a long drawn out combat. Like it took us like a half hour, 40 minutes to do that.
Yeah.
But it felt super exciting. It felt fun. I love the we're playing Mythic Bastionland, and it was a good game. I might be running another one, so
I love all the
uh,
tabs.
yeah. So what happened was, this is a funny story. I might be a friend is visiting, and so I sent a couple of I sent like a list of the nights to our chat, and uh, Janaki wanted to look at the nights, so she just like put tabs for her preferred nights. She was just like, "Oh, this night is awesome. This night's cool. Yeah, this night has an awesome power. This night is awesome." So like literally, I just have like awesome nights that Jonathan likes tapped, which is totally cool. So uh, awesome night, awesome moments from last game. Combat was a lot of fun, and then we got to this moment where like the final tilt was coming. Like the battle had kind of like come to a lull in a moment, and like, but this was going to be it. Like it, and Thomas said like, Jay, we could kill him this round, but we could kill him and you could die. Like, both of those things can happen. Like, we could just run. And Jay was like, nah, we're staying. And then Karagas died. The Lord died. The Tome Knight perished, and he turned to his loyal knight Hex and said, "Find my sister." And that is where we ended, and it was really cool. I was just like, stop. Let's right there. That's great. And it doesn't always go that way. And that's fine. That's
right.
That's the play to find out vibe. Is sometimes things just kind of go strange, but this one really felt like, and someone said it in the YouTube comments, it felt like a Mort d'Arthur moment. Like, it felt like something you would see in an Arthurian tale, which was really cool.
Right.
Awesome. So a couple of things about last game that I just want to say before we like really launch into this one. Last game we were looking for names, and I was like, yeah, I wish there was just a list of names. And so there is a list of names at the bottom of the page. So like there are 72 knights and 72 myths, right? And then under each page, there's you can flip through, and there's a person, a name, a characteristic, an object, a beast, a state, a theme, a dwelling, a sanctum, a monument, a hazard, a curse, and a ruin. And so there are 72 of these things. So if I need a ruin, I can just roll a D6 and a D12, and I can get one at any time. And you can see me use it. I actually made I talked about this moment on my blog, where Jay asked me a question. He was like, "Hey, what did this undead knight care about?" And I just grabbed a bunch of stuff off the bottom of this page, and I just turned it into things that this knight cared about. Like, and it was super easy. So the book makes it easy. It has a lot of cool things. It's nice to be playing a game that doesn't profit shareholders in any way, so that's fun.
Because screw those guys.
Screw those guys. And that's my very, I don't know, aggressive way of saying like indie RPGs are fun, I guess.
Yeah.
So there we go. But yeah, we had this moment. We decided we were going to go forward a season, which is interesting and I think kind of fun. So we need to talk about a couple things. There's a really interesting wording in the glory section of, you get glory if everyone at the table agrees that a myth has been resolved. So this is not for me to say, because I was like, oh, they've resolved the Spectre. It's done. But that's not how it works. It has to be like, I think we have to talk about it. So do we feel like the Spectre has been resolved? I just wanted to make sure. Because if anything, a couple decades of gaming has taught me, it's that sometimes you think one thing in this game of pretend, and then your friends are like, "What? No, we haven't put him to rest at all. Like, not at all." So, like, do we, Jay, Thomas? I feel like we'll start with Jay since his character perished. Do you feel like the Spectre is resolved? Do you feel like that myth can kind of be put to the side?
I feel like the dice has spoken on that issue. I maxed out everything I could do to that guy in that last round, and the Tome Knight died, and so yes, he has been put to rest.
Awesome.
He is done. He is resolved. Awesome. Finito.
Yeah, not a bad 2 hours of play off of what was basically one page. I'll take it.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll take it. Cool. Thomas, you agree? You feel?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Spectre. You have done well. I appreciate you. And for the first time, I hit my mic this time with my notebook.
I will add a tally.
I will just pay it. If you're drinking coffee or tea, take a drink. It's time to take a drink. Awesome. So the other thing is the way glory works. Do we want to say that because we started as kind of like lords of a holding, you know, do we want to say that like the Tome Knight probably had 6 glory and, you know, worthy of ruling a holding, and the Key Knight had 3 glory because he's worthy of a seat in council or court? Does that like make sense that we're because we're yeah, okay. So with that in mind, I think Thomas, your knight got 2 more glory, right? You got 1 glory for resolving a myth, and then you got another glory for taking part in an epic battle that is named and will be known through history. So I think the Battle of the Bloody Tome is, you know, were there only 6 people in that battle? Yes. When they look back on it in the city of Bastion, in the free library, will they say like, oh, there were hundreds of people, like the foresters were piled so high that you couldn't see the trees? Yes, they totally will. Were there only 4 of them? Only about 4 of them, but that's okay. That's how history works. Love it, especially mythic history. Great. So you've got 2 more glory, which puts you at 5, which puts you, interestingly, 1 short of being seen as worthy of being the lord of a holding, which doesn't mean you can't do that. It means that some people might have doubts, which I think is super duper fun. Awesome. We've moved forward a season. So I am looking at page 17, which is aptly called Time. So we're going to move from the harvest season, from the spring season, the green season, to harvest, the gold season. I imagine, Thomas, like, let's just talk about that journey back. I think it took a while for you to get back with the bodies, and your wounds. What do you? We don't have to play it, but like, do you have any thoughts on that journey or?
Yeah, I think again, whether this literally happened or not, I think Hex sort of like was like grieving in the woods for a long time. Like they were missing for a week. Nice. They had the Tome Knight's body, and they were carrying it themselves all the way back to the castle, and spent days kind of just sort of like weeping in the forest. And when they kind of emerge back at the castle, there is very like everyone expects them to, like you said, there are some people who doubt whether they should be the Lord of the Holding, but also everyone wants this to be like a clean moment of transition, right? Like nobody enjoys like not knowing who the Lord is. Yeah. So there is, like she is asked to, and I think how she does it is like she says very clearly that the rightful Lord of the Holding is the Tome Knight's sister. I don't think we have a name for her. So do we want to come up with one?
I've got a name. I've got a name. There is a knight mentioned in the mountain myth.
Nice.
Who rides a giant peacock. Her name is Castian.
Of course she does.
So yeah.
Say that again.
Her name is Castian. Castian.
Okay.
I will put that in the comments. Yeah.
So yeah, I very publicly say that like Castian is the true Lord of the Holding, and I am defending like her right to it, right? Like, so I'm stepping in as a kind of regent. Like I
Mhm.
put a little chair next to the big chair and I sit on that chair and I say like, I am regent holding this till Castian can return. And I say that it's my job to like I tell everyone like that this is my goal and I plan to do this. I plan to find her and bring her back. But till then, like I will govern. Yeah.
Got it. Cool. Love it. Do we want to say that it took a little time, right? Because we're moving forward into from spring into harvest. There's some interesting things that happen that I really like. Every season has like 3 events, like a couple of holidays and like a kind of a holding thing. I think we're gonna miss Septermas, which is when the seat of power gathers local rulers to renew their vows of loyalty, which is probably something Hex should have gone to, but just couldn't because it was like a choice between going there or holding things down here, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is really interesting and fraught. You also at the end of spring is taxes. It's tax. The share of coins are collected by the realm. So it's probably a lot of paperwork, a lot of running around, a lot of administration that Hex had to do. The harvest season begins with the Feast of Stars, a night of honors, unions, and contests, which doesn't interest me quite as much as the next one, Elder Mass, a secretive assembly of seers and trusted associates. And that, I think, is interesting. And I love the idea of Hex getting summoned with her retinue to that. Nice. And maybe that's where you and the High Lord will finally get to kind of meet. And
oh, wow.
Yeah. So, Jay.
Not it.
Jay's character died, but
yes,
when our friends' characters die, number one, we don't say the player died because that's just a common mistake. The character died. No players have died. Jay and I have actually been in games where the player has died, and it's much worse. It's much worse.
Oh
it
my
is.
God.
Yeah.
So, rest in peace, my buddy Jim. But so anyway, that's just like Jim would think that was funny too. So let's not get it twisted. He would think that so I always like whenever people are on forums or anything and they're like, "Oh man, I killed my player," and it's like, no, oh God, like that's what happened. Did he attack you? Like what's going on? So Jay is still with us because but you have a new character. So what's going on?
I do.
Who'd you roll up?
His name is Brack. He's a Dust Knight. Brack, because I'm difficult.
Yeah. Got it.
Blame my mom. She stuck the H in my name, and so all my names are jacked like that.
Nice.
So, yeah, he's a Dust Knight. I think he's so. I rolled these stats out, and as I look at these stats, I think he's a big, rotund knight of a figure, right?
Yeah.
I think he's always eating, always drinking. Not to excess, maybe, but he's a big dude, so maybe not. I'm not sure, right? I think it's in that weird gray area, right? You might think he's kind of a gluttony, kind of hedonist, but he's also a big dude, so he might need all that. I don't know yet.
Okay.
We'll figure it out in play. If Thomas is okay with it, Brank will probably be pro Tome Knight, and he might be one of those folks that are you, are you really right? I will do whatever you say. I'm a team player. I will back you up 100%. But should you be in this role?
Nice. Yeah, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Yeah.
All right. And if it gets too much, let me know. I will dial it down. I don't think I'll be excessive, but we haven't played like that before, and so. But I also remember your octopus character, and
Yeah.
I think we're good. So
Whoa, hold on. Octopus character. I wasn't here for that. What's the story? What's the story?
This was a game of Legacy that Jay ran. Jay was the GM. And yeah, I think we played only like 4 sessions or something.
yeah,
But in those 4 sessions, my character was killed twice by the same player. Like the same player's character killed 2 of my characters twice in 4 sessions. And it was good. It was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah.
Nice.
There was a great moment where the player kind of described their character kind of winking and then locking me into a room where I would die. So it's just sort of like as they close the door, just like winking and then closing it, and I was like, that was great. It was one of the great moments of that campaign.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So we started the first game kind of at the grave in the tomb of the previous lord who was the Moth Knight. I think we start this game, and the other interesting thing is the Tome Knight really didn't know what to say.
Right.
And he kind of looked to Hex for guidance. And I like the idea that, a few months later, taxes collected, the domain has kind of been, put to some sort of peace and stability. The stonemasons have finished the carving of the tomb of the Tome Knight, of Caracas. I think the Moth Knight's name is kind of being forgotten. The Moth Knight is just known as the Spectre now. They're just like the Spectre, at most the Spectral Knight. Their name is being gone and forgotten, and the Tome Knight is being interred, I think maybe with the ashes of the foresters who died, because the foresters and hunters were wiped out fighting the Spectre Knight, the fighting the Spectre's war band. So I think they're being interred with them. Their families are there. The Tome Knight's families are there. I feel like we really haven't seen Hex's family, Thomas. Is that because Hex kind of what do you think? Does Hex have a family there? Does Hex come from a small family? Are they just not knightly folk? Do they stay away from the domain, or do they live far away?
Yeah.
I have one more question for you, but let's just think about this one just a little.
Yeah. I think it might be interesting to say that, because this is the because in knightly stories, because they're always all men, it's sort of like normal for them to be married and maybe have children and still be knights, right?
Yeah.
So I think the interesting decision is for me to say she is married, she has a husband, and that husband is in the hold, but is not a knight, right? Is just
yeah. Love it.
Ace. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. I need a name for this guy.
Yes, I was gonna ask, but I didn't wanna show my cards.
I've got a book. That has a bunch of names in it. 5 and 9. is... I need reading glasses is what it is. Neolas. Nieolas.
Yeah.
Do they have jobs?
Ooh.
Yeah, they do. I'm gonna roll one more time. Hold up. Let's just get rid of these old ones. Let's see if that gives us something interesting that Neolas does for a living. If we don't like it, we don't have to use it. Person, a wary. I've got a crier. I'm not loving that.
I've got drunken worshipper. Okay.
Okay, I like that a lot more.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say this is kind of like he works in some kind of temple, right? Like he has a job. Like he is a professional worshiper in this sense, and maybe a part of this. I think the drunkenness is a part of the worship, basically. Like it's just like yeah. It's not that he's a bad like worshiper. Right. It's just that like as a part of as a part of the job, like you stay in a kind of state of intoxication potentially.
Yeah. Awesome. We are at the Tome Knight's tomb, and there is one of those. I saw one of these at the cloisters in New York City. There is one of those on the top of the tomb is like a knightly figure holding a tome across his chest, and with the probably like with the staff, next to him.
Yeah, nice.
And then all around him are statues of the foresters, and we know that inside of those statues are their ashes, and their families are there, and everyone's kind of it's very somber, and the seers have already said their piece, and I think people look to Hex. We get our first look at Hex since last season. Thomas, has Hex, like, what? How do we know time has gone on? How do we know that Hex has changed? Like, has grief changed Hex at all? Has guilt changed Hex at all?
Yeah. So I think Hex is specifically like not again sort of like dressed in a kind of funerary costume, right? It's still like she looks like she's in mourning, like that's very much like there, but also like I think I think in a very dramatic statement, she's got a bunch of words tattooed on her back, which you can't see now. Like it's a they just kind of peek up from like above the collar of whatever like robe she's formal robe she's like wearing here, and there's also just like there's more white hair. Like I think that's a very kind of like visible like marker, but as she kind of stands up here, she unveils there's a plaque with the Tome Knight's like name on it and all of that stuff, and she faces the crowd and she says, this tomb is a reminder of something that I will never allow myself to forget.
Oof.
And this is because she's tattooed these words on her back. And she says, some days the dead do triumph over the living. Right? And she's got like she remembers very clearly like saying these words, like going into that fight in the middle of that fight. And it was not true. Right? So this is how she's kind of like she's got that tattooed on her back, and she like says this to the crowd, and she says, with his last words, he gave me a quest, and I intend to fulfill it and honor one of the greatest knights that this land has ever seen. And yeah, that's it.
Nice. Love it. You know, and standing amidst the knights of the domain is Brock. I think Brock is different because Brock has a squire, right?
Yeah, Brock has a squire.
I rolled a name that I liked, Squire Tonnet, Tahnet. We also decided that when you're a squire, your knight kind of knows what knight you will become. So, you know, Brock knows that if Tonnet were to survive squireship, she would become the Pearl Knight. And I have this idea that if you roll the same as another knight that's already in the game, it means that they're not a knight. You know that they're not a knight, and they're going to become something else.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that's not where I thought you were going.
That's me making shit up. That's just
I like it. I like it.
It didn't happen. It was like, you know, a two or three of 72 chance. But I was like, oh, what am I going to do? Oh, cool. If we already have that knight, that means she's just not going to become a knight. Maybe she's a seer. Maybe she just doesn't have it. Like, who knows? But she's good. She's going to be a Pearl Knight someday, even if she doesn't quite know it yet. She's yearning for the sea, and this is a landlocked realm, so she's not having a great time. But tell us a little bit about Brock. Like, what is his reaction when when the Key Knight says this? What you know? Yeah, tell me. Talk to me.
So Brock is he's that brawler, crying, loud crying, ugly crying person at the funeral, right? That's so you've got this big rotund knight, and he can't shut up crying, right?
Yeah.
The whole time, just even the little things he gets loud, and then the big important things he just gets uglier and louder, just crying. When the Key Knight is finished, I don't think he's loud. I think if you're close to him, you can hear it. And he says, "What? Is that it? Is that it?"
Yeah, I think your squire comes and puts her hand on your back and says, "Sir Brock, yes, that is it. What else would you have her say?"
It's little Caracas. And then I think he runs down like a quick but long litany of things that Caracas has done. And there might be little tiny detail things, not big epic things, right? I think he was such a big fan, he remembers everything, right? And I think he just runs through like some of those details. Again, he's being respectful, but he says it to his squire. All those things. That's it.
I thought it was quite beautiful. I thought she was quite eloquent.
I guess. All right. I guess.
Are we going to volunteer to go go on the quest too to find Castian?
Yes. Yes.
I think she hands you, like, she's a good squire, right? I think she's pretty good
Right.
at it. She hands you a towel so you can like wipe your face of snot and tears before you go ask like
Yes.
the Tome
Yes.
Knight to go.
Thank you. Thank you. You're not gonna have to do this crap job forever. You're gonna be a good knight. So
Thank you.
stick to it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, that puffs her right up, man. She's yeah, I think the Tome Knight is the Key Knight Hex is having a quiet moment. Brock, how do you approach her? What's the feeling? Like, do we get a sense that they've known each other? Have they fought alongside each other? Were they squired at the same time?
I want to say if there's overlap, I want to say Brock is younger, and so maybe if there was some interaction, like high school, maybe Hex is like upperclassman, junior, senior, and maybe he's a sophomore, and so there's some overlap of activities. But Hex moved on and moved out, and then maybe he's kind of in that. So he knows of Caracas and Hex, right?
Right.
Maybe they, whatever. It was a thing I had to do a chore. And so I vaguely remember you, Brock, but the other way around, the lower classmen, they always look up to the upperclassmen.
Yeah.
At least I think that's how Brock sees it, right?
Yeah.
So he composes himself, right? Gets his face and his beard cleaned up, right? And then, he walks over to Hex in all knightly protocol and tradition. And he says, when you so it's not my lord, right? Is there a title?
Maybe
There's
like
a couple. Yeah, go on.
yeah,
Thomas,
go on. What are we gonna say? What are you gonna say, Judd?
So I've got a couple things that we need to talk about that I think are interesting. Very often in stories about knights, we hit it with Sir, and then George Martin did something kind of interesting where he changed it to SER instead of SIR. And I think that was maybe his way of like trying to like take the gender out of it.
Right.
Do we want to like do Sir? Do we want to do Sir and Dame, which might be a little too binary for me? Do we want to just do away with all that and just not F with it and just not do that particular type of honorific? Because we really haven't been doing it so far. So I think
we haven't. Right.
I think we can ditch it and it's fine.
Okay.
But I think it's an interesting discussion that Mythic Bastionland has to we have to. I like that it's not defined and that this is kind of like something we have to make for our world. And I like that Thomas is playing, a lady knight, and I kind of don't want to make like a big deal of it, right? Like I don't want it to be like So I don't know. But
so my thought,
and then and then we go a step forward. Is there a title being the domain ruler?
Right.
Like, is there, is it Lord or is it? I don't know, Thomas.
I think Hex is calling herself Regent, right? So you can call me Regent, or you can say Key Knight, right? Like I think those are the two formal things that you would say. Otherwise, and once we're not formal anymore, you say Hex, right? Like that's it.
Gotcha. Right. Yeah. So what is the title of the domain holder?
Lord.
All right. I'm good with this. So Brock walks over and he says, Lord, when you begin this quest, I'm with you to the end.
Yeah. I like that your squire is behind you and she winces, right? She's just like,
And it's not a mistake. It's deliberate. He said what he said intentionally.
That's why she winces.
Yeah.
That's why she winces.
Yeah.
And Hex will go like, as your regent, I accept your aid, Dust Knight. But one question: do you come on this quest out of loyalty to me or to Lord Krakus?
Yes.
She nods. As good an answer as I could hope for.
Nice. Yeah, I think the Squire Tonette lets out a sigh of relief. I like being able to use her as the chorus, as someone to react. Yeah, I think being the kind of overachieving student in the class, Squire Tonette says, Regent, will we be stopping by the High Lord's keep on the way to the mountain?
Don't let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's things to be done here, but also okay. Oh, so this is interesting. So it's clear. I don't know whether you are doing this, Judd, or whether she is doing this, but there's an assumption that Castian is in the mountain, right? Like that's just kind of at play here. There's an assumption that that's where we need to go. Yeah. And the High Lord's Keep is not the mountain. The High Lord's Keep is not nestled. It is nestled into the mountain, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so they're right next to each other. Okay, cool. I look at the both of them and I say, if you're coming on this quest, then you must understand that we will be doing our best to avoid the High Lord's gaze as we go about it. But if we have no choice, we have no choice. I don't expect him to be our ally in this.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Brock just nods in agreement, in accord.
Oh, Brock. Yeah. Okay. For a second I thought you said your former character's name, and I was like, no, Jay, no, it's not.
The new Spectre.
So I feel like the High Lord has become like a thing in play that at this point. And so, Thomas, could you? I want to know a little bit more about him, and in order to do that, I want to know what kind of knight he is. So, would you mind rolling a d6 and a d12 so I know more about the High Lord and what kind of knight he was before he took over the domain?
Oh, Judd, I've rolled a harmonious number. I've rolled 5 and 5, which is the Cosmic Knight.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
The Cosmic Knight's poem says, countless lights dotted in ninth vale, to them each one a glad or shameful tale. So
yeah.
Yeah.
What what a weird dude.
Yeah. Their ability lets them vanish to a distant sanctuary just beyond reality. So this is like the weirdest dude. Like, yeah, this is a guy who has powers that, I have a cool backpack, right? Like that's my ability. Cool backpack. This guy is going to other dimensions.
Yeah. Not just another dimension. I have a sanctuary in this other one over here.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And the name on that page is Verilag, which is a pretty dope name. So
it is.
High Lord Verilag, the Cosmic, is an NPC I would be happy to have in any game I ran, and we just did that with a roll of 2 dice. So I will take it. Fantastic.
The steed is a boneless steed. I don't know what
Yes.
this means, but the steed is boneless. Okay.
It
Anyway,
can
these are all
squeeze through
stories
any
that they
gap.
say about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
God.
creepy.
Yeah.
Amazing. Absolutely love it. That's great. Cool. So I had mentioned possibly like a summons happening from the Seers for Eldermas. I think like it hasn't come yet, and everyone knows that Eldermas is coming, and everyone knows that like the Hex Knight will likely get a summons. So here's my question for you, Thomas. Here's like do you kind of like take your time in your prep to see if a summons comes, or do you just get the F out of there and move towards the mountain to get the Tomes quest started?
No, I think it's the other way around. I'm like, summons or not, I'm going to Eldermas.
Oh,
right?
nice.
Like I'm like, yeah. That's
you're going to Eldermas and not the mountain?
Yeah, I'm like, for me, it's like I need to go there before I go there because I want to know what to expect.
Right? Oh, okay. Got it.
I want to consult the seers before I go. And Eldermas is particularly interesting because there's going to be more than one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Fantastic. Cool. Yeah, I think at dawn, you both are in the courtyard of the holding, getting your steeds packed. Thomas, I'm sure Hex remembers the terrible omen from last time, where a crow, came down or a hunting bird, rather, just like the Moth Knight's falcon, landed and then howled like a wolf and freaked everybody out. And so there are birds, morning birds, but like they're just morning birds. They're just doing more normal morning bird stuff as you look up. And Squire Tonette is getting all, is making sure everything is packed, and anything, Jay, anything Brock is going to do before heading out?
No, Tonette's got both their steeds, doing all that packing, doing all the squirely stuff. I think Brock shows up with coffee and pastries, and he's got one in his mouth already, right?
Yeah.
And he hands her a coffee, even though she's busy, right? He's like, I brought you coffee. I brought you coffee. While he's eating and stuff in his face, right?
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, it's very different. It's very, very different. It's a different leave taking. Cool. What's that?
I was gonna say maybe if Hex looks or is having that moment, because this the omen from the last trip is different than now. Maybe Brock looks over and asks, "You all right?" Because he wasn't there last time, so this is all normal, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I look at Brock and I'm like, why would I be all right?
We're doing good stuff. We're doing good work.
We haven't done anything yet. Dust Knight.
We're about to. We're doing good stuff. Are you okay?
I shrug. Like I'm just like,
Right.
just I don't know what to do with your enthusiasm. I'm like,
Right. No, that's fair. That's fair. You want a pastry? You hungry? You might be hungry.
I think I get on my horse and start riding out. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no. We are not. We brought very different playlists to this road trip.
So, Hex, there are a couple different ways we could do this. You could take get on a river barge, and go up the new river, and that'll get you pretty far north pretty fast.
Okay.
It'll get you kind of right to that turn in the river where it starts to turn east. The mountain will be, a day's ride to your east, but the Elder Moss is being held on Matron Mount, in near the forest, the Burning Mother's shelter. So you'll be able to like get there you'll be able to get up to that. By sea you can do like 3 hexes in a day, and get up there, and then you'll be able to ride a day, or ride a little more than a day, and get to Matron Mount where the seers are gathering.
Yeah, sounds good.
Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and I think it's a different vibe because Hex said, like, you have all of these resources at your disposal, right? And the people move differently around you when you're in charge. They just do. Does Hex like notice it, or is she just like ignoring it to get past it so she can hand this off to Castian? Like, where is she at?
I think she's taking this really seriously. I think some part of her is like governing this place well, taking responsibility for it is as important as finding Castian. Like,
Yeah.
Specifically, also, she doesn't want. Yeah, she doesn't want to bring Castian back to a holding that has been ignored, right? Like, yeah.
Got it. Cool. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you come to a calm place where the riverboat folks say, like, we're going to continue heading east towards the mountain, but your journey will take you northwest. And I've got an omen here that I think is interesting because it has a detail that makes me like hold up for a moment. You get to the docks on the river, and other riverboats are there, and people are trading and chatting and talking and paying a lot of deference to your group, and wishing you well. It says, I'm going to read the omen. I don't usually do this. When we've done omens before, I just like very naturally bring it in. But this one I want to talk about for a second. It says, drunken worshippers of the child, rejoicing that the first sign has arrived, mistrustful of anyone that won't join in. And what interests me about it is that it says worshippers and drunken, which are words that describe your husband, like, directly.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder, like, is your husband among these people?
Yeah. Let's say yes.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah, I think damn it, I lost his name.
Eolus.
Thank you. Yeah, your husband is leading a group, and they have created a like mud child, and they've also taken dry river grass and made a mother figure, which is a religious figure in the area called the Burning Mother, and they put the kind of river clay in the Burning Mother, and they light it, and so like the grass goes up, and the clay hardens, and they're dancing around it, and I think he comes to you and says, Regent, it would mean a lot to the people of the river if you would celebrate the first sign arriving that the child is here. The fact that the first sign has come on the day that you leave to see the seers on the matron's own mountain is very momentous.
I think I go like, what child? Because I think I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah. When he recites poetry, right? Because we've got 72 danged poems, so we might as well use them.
Yeah, nice.
He says, when night met day, where water flame, they saw the child rejoiced in name. It is the promised child. The promised child who will lead us all to the city.
I will not.
Who will build the city and the foundations.
I will do what you need, husband. And like, yeah, I think in my head, like the Burning Mother, the thing about her was that she was called the Burning Mother even though she didn't have children. Like, I think this is some kind of like, this is how like I understood that. So like the idea that there is an actual child that's supposed to be coming, I'm like, oh, okay. This is a new weird thing for me.
Yeah.
And it kind of like sets me on edge a little bit. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Like, are we like, is this faith evolving? Like, so yeah, I go and I participate. I do I show face.
Yeah, I think Squire Tenet looks at you, Brock, and is like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, I am an A+ student overachiever, and I am lost. Like, I don't know how to be a good squire right now. Like, do we follow our regent board?
Right.
Do we like what? She looks at you for guidance.
Yeah, Brock looks knowingly, and he says, "Booming march and children's cheer. A hunter ushers, death's anear.
Whoa.
Keep an eye out for us." And he goes to join in the festivities.
Awesome, and you kind of leave Tenet on watch. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
I think if there's an audience at home, they know that's the last verse that maybe the husband left off of the whole.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where did you get that poem? Did you just make up fucking poetry?
I did. No, I stole it from Chris McDowell. It's the Elephant Night.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it's the Elephant Omen. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
But I liked it.
I'm not going to use the elephant. I can't deal with the idea of a game where harm comes to an elephant is too much for me. I could not use that myth ever. So it's fine. Cool. You can use that. You can use that poetry.
I like that poem. Yes.
Yeah. I love it. Cool. Yeah. I think you all dance into the night.
Judd, Chad, we show up for 15 minutes and then we leave, Chad. We're not dancing. No. You misunderstood what this is. This is like,
got it. Yeah.
And then I'm out of there. Like,
Yeah, and I think Brock is out, right? He follows his lord. But I think you can see the disappointment on his face. Because I'm with you. I thought we were dancing it through the night, right?
Yeah, no.
But he understands, right?
Yeah. The people dance in revelry and I think your husband is going to go up and down, like is going to leave at some point and go south to go to the other river villages to facilitate further celebrations like this. And I think when you wake up, he's gone, but like the clay child that was made in the festivities is there. I can't imagine it looks anything other than something out of a folk horror movie.
Yeah.
Like, but it's there waiting for you as like your husband trying to be like, hey, it's good luck, right? Like it's, of course.
Yeah.
Of course I leave this for you, but I think Squire Tenet says, Regent, do you can tell that everybody's uncomfortable by this thing? and says, do you want me to leave the child by the river?
No, there's no need to touch it or move it. Instead, we will move.
Nice. She looks relieved. She looks very relieved that she doesn't have to touch this damn thing. And y'all head towards Matron Mount, leaving this uneasy thing behind you. We are getting to the point where we're going to take our first break. I'm just rolling some dice and seeing what. Cool. As you kind of move into the next day towards Matron Mount, you come upon monks clad in fur facing not Matron Mount. Matron Mount is to their back. They're facing the mountain, which is much larger on the horizon. And they're praying, and they're scattering stones and scattering water and coals in its direction, and offering prayers to the mountain, and declaring that only the worthy may climb it, and that the mountain will fling off the unworthy to their doom. And that is a fine place to end our first hour, I think.
Yeah.
And we'll come back there. If you want to stop and talk to the monks or anything, we can. If you just want to keep going, that's cool too. And we'll take we take our first break about an hour in. We're about 10 minutes past that. So we're going to take our break, folks. Get your water, move your water, stretch, get up. My right foot is asleep. It's just dead asleep. So I have no feeling in it. So I'm going to try to get that back, and we will see you in a little bit. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. And we will see you in about 5-10 minutes.